Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. Trying to stabilize this. Good morning and welcome. Please let me know if you can hear me in the comment section, guys. Let me know if you can hear me, and please like and share this live stream because it's important you like and share this live stream as it comes in. Really important. Really important that you like and share this live stream as it comes in because it's crazy. It's probably about maybe hello double T. Thank you for confirming you can hear me. Welcome. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday. Yeah, so just waiting for another few seconds and then we shall get started. Okay. I'm trying to get some of the stuff I'm gonna be discussing here. Um Pardon me guys. I'm just trying to set a time for something else that is meant to go live on my channel later on. So, right, okay, there's a few of you here. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate you being here. Good morning, Double T. Welcome, welcome. So, introduction. My name is Wemimo, and I'm also known as That Mama 5, and also known as TMO5 Candle Co because I sell candles. So, if you would look into the description of most of my videos, you will find my website. The link to my website in the description of any of my videos. And with that being said, so I'm sure you all are aware of that story that broke, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, of the Anambra man, a Nigerian Anambra man who set his wife ablaze. Yeah, he set his wife ablaze. And there's lots of narrative going on right now. And I am so, I don't know how to, I promise myself I'm not going to get emotional. I'm not going to cry or anything like this in this video. One thing is this: if you've never experienced DV, if you've never experienced living in a DV environment, if you've never actually seen a DV being carried out, you wouldn't know the pain when you see people who have actually maybe seen just a little bit of that at some point in their lives. You will not understand where they are coming from. You will not understand why they are, on and on about. If you see a DV or if you're in a DV relationship, that you get the L out of there. So this woman, obviously, from the video, this woman is the second wife of this man. Okay, this woman is the second wife, or was, because she's no longer here. Second wife of this man. There was a video of where the man was saying that the first wife was giving him headache. That one left, and then let me find that video so we can watch it together. Okay, let me find it. I already deleted because there was a video actually that I did about this yesterday, and people will not watch it because the truth hurts, but it had to be said. The truth has to be spoken about. So let's listen to the video of when it was being questioned by I think the Women Affairs Minister or something. We're going to listen to that video. So, like I was saying, I had made a video. I actually made a compilation video that I did yesterday on my channel. People have not watched it. Reason because it speaks the truth. The truth about, obviously, women are now waking up. And the fact that all this cheating, and the child is not mine, go do DNA, blah, 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 blah. Women can play the game now. Two can play the game. It's no longer a man's world. So that video is there. You can watch it when you have the time. Please thumbs up this live stream. So let's listen to this video of this man. He was once married. And I don't know if that woman he once got married to, I don't know if she had children with him or not. But this lady, her name is Chioma. She gave birth to 5 kids. So I'm seeing stories of saying 5 children. Another post is writing 6 children. So let's round it up and say 5 children. You can see from the picture on the thumbnail, 5 boys. We all know Igbo men, they always want their male sons, right? They always want their male child. They want male Pekin. This woman gave this man 5 sons, 5 children, 5 boys. And then what did he do? On hearsay and allegations of alleged cheating, that she was having an affair. She was cheating about, sleeping about. So let's listen to this man.
So bad. No, feeling so bad is not the answer to what I just asked you. What are you expecting now? What can you expect?
So that's the Minister of the Women Affairs in Anambra that is questioning the man now, okay?
You do what? Let's kill myself too. Give me Chisiki. After killing your wife. I don't know if she will die. You don't know that you want to report myself to this. So
you guys said, I didn't know she would die. Like, you poured her petrol and you carried lighter. Now paper you won't burn. Now tissue paper you won't burn.
That's you. Let this be a warning to you watching this video. It's not make believe. This is not a drama. This is a man that burned the wife to death. Today he's crying. So when you do,
why is he crying? Why is he crying? In the comments that I've seen online, where that's why I actually came here because I saw some Omoales, some BASTARDS who are clapping for what this man has done. They're actually clapping for him, saying brotherhood is proud of him. Women, wives, your husbands are amongst these people clapping for this man. If you're not on social media, get your ass onto social media and read. Women, your husbands, girls, your boyfriends are on social media clapping for this man for what he did.
Don't trust your anger. If possible, don't get married. Just be. Because he knows his fate. He might be in the end. Nobody is even going to give you opportunity to kill yourself. You can't kill yourself. You must suffer for your sin. That's it.
So that was the video from the obviously Women Affairs Minister there. And then they went to visit his house. And me watching him cradling his sons, I felt like, jumping into that screen and grabbing those boys off him. That man should never set eyes on any of the children that woman gave birth to him anymore. So they went to his house. So I don't understand Igbo, okay? I'll just do whoever listens understands Igbo. If you're watching this back, kindly interpret and translate in the comment section for us. So that's him there. In the Ankara. Look at him crying. Look at the boys, the children. Look at the youngest one that minister is carrying. That's the youngest of the children that woman left. Those boys they know what he has done to their mother. So I don't understand Igbo, but so I guess they are debating where should the children go. I guess they are debating where should the children go. So, like I said, I saw lots of men comment online saying that so there's one here on Facebook saying RIP, brotherhood is proud of your husband. You can't be in your husband's house and be looking for husband elsewhere. Let this be a warning to all unfaithful wives. If una price una no go collect men and not, like, it doesn't even make sense, but it was practically hailing the man for what he's done. So the video I made yesterday is this. Okay, so you claim that, you know, she was sleeping around, moving around, right? But then she's giving you 5 children, 5 boys, 5 children. And the video I made yesterday, my argument was that why unalive her? Why just not let her go? Because at the end of the day, you unalive her, you get caught, you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. And who is going to suffer most when this happens? The children. Now you can hear from that video, the last one I played, they are debating where the children should go. And then there was a comment I saw on Instagram this morning. And I was like, okay, if it's actually true that this woman was actually sleeping around, why don't you send her packing? Why don't you send her packing? Send her to her father's house. Because at the end of the day, some men will say, they paid dowry. They paid dowry. How much is the dowry? Because at the end of the day, if this girl's parents were to calculate all the money they have spent in, from when she was born till when she went, till she got married, the dowry where you pay on top of her head, reach the money where her parents don't spend on top of her head till you come marry her. Why don't you just send her packing to her father's house? Why not send her packing to her father's house? But then you resorted to, she annoyed you that much. And if at all, you don't want to send her packing, because most men believe that because they've married a woman, because they've paid dowry on her, that they own her life. No, you do not. You do not, because with all the money you've spent on her so far, it cannot pay for what her parents have actually spent on her before you came asking for her hand in marriage. The easiest thing you could have done was send her packing if she was annoying you that much. And if we look at what would have resulted to what this man has done to this wife, it probably would have been feed money, money for food, money for clothes, money for this. It would have been that. Yes, there's been narratives going on and she's sleeping around, that the man found out that the children were not his. I found that very, very difficult to believe. Like Igbo men, I found that really hard to believe. 5 children. Okay, all of the children are not his, and he was still going on having multiple children with her. You've just committed a crime that you will never ever get, like you will never ever forget. You've ruined your life. And those children, now their mother is no longer alive. You've actually created a more grievous pain in their hearts. And I pray that those children never forgive their father. I pray those boys disown that man. And then I saw a post saying, this man, you know, if you talk, you know, the person who sabi talk, women, hence why you should be very, very wary of men who don't talk. Because you can't read their minds. Oh, this man know they talk, he could barely speak a word. He could barely do this. He could barely finish a sentence. He could barely do this. He could barely talk. He could barely finish a sentence. But his heart is as dark as what? As charcoal. This man is one of the reasons why God regretted creating human beings. Like I was saying, I saw a comment on Instagram this morning, which was why I actually came here. So, obviously, these were comments of people saying that that the woman deserved more than that. that the woman deserved to be paid. So we're still in January, right? Since the beginning of this year, this is the third story of the man setting their wives ablaze. This is the third one. The second one I saw was actually that one was speaking Yoruba. She was like, tori your money, oh, tori your money, oh. Meaning, now because of my children, oh, now because of my children, oh, now because of my children. She was practically burnt the way this woman was. You know, if you go online and see the videos, you will see this woman's or this Anambra woman that we're talking about. This other woman was a Yoruba woman. And she was screaming, crying, tori your money, oh, tori your money, oh, tori your money. Ekene Bishop, welcome. Ekele, go and take several thousand seats behind. Go and take several thousand seats behind. If the woman, you catch the woman, they carry her up and down, send her past to her father's house. Because now she's gone. You're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. And those children now, the video I shared earlier on, they are discussing where they are going to send those children to. That is the beginning of the mystery of those children's lives. And here you are speaking nonsense. And now I remember you. And if anybody actually knows this person and you are dating him, you better run 247 for your life. So you rather a man unalive his wife the way this ego has done. And then you've thrown those children into everlasting misery. They will never have their mother again. They will probably be separated, being sent to different extended family members to look after them. And you think that is the best way to look after children? Being hung about like trophy to extended families who might not necessarily look after them. Ekene with a fight, get the hell out of my channel. I don't need you here. Not in it. At no time in this video have I ever said Kede wine around is a deal. And if that was a deal and the woman does it, send her packing. Send her packing. Rather than unalive her. I said in my comment, assuming this happened in Korea and Japan, on my yegi. Simple. You do this to somebody else, you go the same way. One yegi. So men like this stupid idiots here are the ones clapping for this man. So a woman gave you 5 children, 5 boys, and because you heard a rumor or something, an alleged rumor that she was sleeping around, and that they even got to an extent of saying the man never see her nakedness for 7 years. How is that possible? Our youngest child is 4 years old. So how did the woman get belly for the 4-year-old if the man never entered her since 7 years ago? You people should be fearing God. Okay? Fear God. And if you're here justifying what this man has done, remember you've got children and you're going to have your own children, and same will be done to your children. It's not a curse, it's a law of karma. Ekene, I don't want you here. Unsubscribe. In fact, I'm going to go find you and block you on my channel because you are a nuisance. You are a nuisance. And that's what you come to do on my channel. You are a dingbat. So, same thing. I was talking, like I said, there was a video I made about this yesterday because I know some of you will not watch it. So, youths will come here and say women should go and do DNA tests. Women should go and do DNA tests, or women are being stripped. When obviously maybe there's a news or they catch them saying they were cheating or something. How many men have you seen being dragged down in the streets for doing KDY business outside of their marriage and then having children? Yole Doche is an example. So Yole Doche been married to his wife for 20 years or even more. This was a man who came out here to tell us that this woman has never caused him any issue. But then how did he pay back his wife of 20 years? He stepped out on her. Not stepped out on her alone. He had a child with another woman. Was Yole Doche stripped and dragged in the streets? No. But when the table turns, they will drag the woman in the street. They will strip her naked on top waiting. Cubana chief priest is there. He's married with 2 sons. He's married with 2 sons. Now, he is not denying the fact that he's never met that woman before. You know you have a wife at home. You went to go and do kerewa without protection. It ended up in an alleged pregnancy. So now he's coming here with his pot belly. Has he been stripped naked on the streets of Owerri, or where he lives? That because you are married and because you have a child outside of marriage, they should strip you naked. Have they done that? No, but then they do it to women. Why? Why? It is not only men who are polygamous in nature. No be only men that are polygamous in nature. Women are also polygamous in nature. But then women have their integrity to protect. Women have their children, their lives, the consequences of if they do that to protect. But men, they just go again to can play the game and let the winning team keep standing. Let the winning team keep standing. So if you're a man and you know how to kilewa, and you keep bringing the children home for the wife, and the wife is not asking you, okay, even if I want to accept these children, they'll go and do DNA test for all these children to be sure that these children are actually yours. Women are not saying that to men. And then men will now come. These children are not mine. Go and do DNA. And then DNA, fine, send her packing. Send her packing. Rather than commit a crime. So now, this lovely woman, she's gone. She can't speak for herself. So, with all these narratives, she was having an affair. Out of the 5 children, none belongs to the boy. None belongs to the man. Does that justify what he did to her? Does that justify unaliving her in that cruel way? And I read a report that this girl's mom was one of the people who asked her to stay there, stay in the marriage. And I hope that woman now have money now to go and bury her child. You advise your daughter to stay with a man who eventually burnt her alive. I hope the mama get money now or packs all of her life savings to go and bury the child you asked to stay with a man who did that to her. She's gone. And the why I am here, it's not even really because of the man or the woman. It's mainly for the children. Those children will suffer. Those children will suffer. Because at the end of the day, men do play way match, don't they? Don't they? And how many of the men, I've just cited Yole Doche, I've just cited Cubana chief priest. How many of them have been dragged in the street of Lagos? Drag them, strip off their clothes and say, this man cheato, oh yeah, drag him in the street. How many of them have been dragged? It's no longer a man's world. It's not. So for you men who are clapping for this man for killing his wife, I am not sorry for you. With that being said, there was a post as well that I saw on X. And I think in this regard, maybe the police authority or the whatever, I don't even know who I'm going to direct these videos to. All of these people who are dropping comments justifying this act, they should be picked up. And woman, start checking if your husband is on social media. Because I won't be surprised if your husband is one of the men who are clapping for this man. And like I said, if it was to be in a country like China, Japan, because at the end of the day, how much is the money you've spent on her? And it's this, okay, yeah, it's poverty vibes. Poverty vibes. Because I don't understand, like, what led you to that thought that I'll just unalive her. And again, I've been hearing narratives of men saying that I will unalive you. They've told us now that we should learn. If your husband or your spouse is telling you, one day I will buy you, woman, don't take it as a simple threat. Don't take it as he doesn't mean it or she doesn't mean it. Take it serious. Take it serious. And it's only in African community that I've noticed that some men makes it so hard for women to leave when they want to pack their bags. Why? 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 So I saw a post on X, and this guy started with a post saying that apparently the Abagana, so apparently this probably since they happened in Abagana, I don't know whether it's in Nigeria, okay? Whose husband said Ablaze days ago was a chronic cheat and a bully to her husband. So this guy is insinuating that the woman that was unalive was a chronic cheat and a bully to her husband. That she sleeps out of her husband's house for days without prior information. Igbo men, how is that possible? A woman will suddenly leave her Igbo husband's house and not tell the husband where she's going. I know how Igbo women are with their women. I know how they are. So this guy, this dingbat, this nincompoop, says if and when she comes back, her husband tries to question her movement, she either breaks a bottle on his head or picks a weapon on him. How do you know that? Do you live with them? Do you live with them to have this detailed information? The man has been subject to mockery for his peers and the whole Ezi Ezekwe in Abagana. Lastly, her husband hasn't seen her pants for 7 years. So the youngest of her child is 4 years old. So how did she carry that pregnancy? But she has known boyfriends in the same town. Before the fuel incident, she had brought out a shovel to eat the inquisitive husband who altered her at his gate after she was coming back from another sleepover that morning. Dangers of a single story. Dear me, if you are being abused in your marriage, speak up. Yeah, but not this act. Not this act. And I'm of the same opinion as the people who drop a comment under this guy post that he should have just sent her packing. You've already married once, right? Okay, that one come out. You marry the second one again. She they give you a dick. Send her packing. Why unalive her? Why unalive her? I'm looking at the comments under here and they're practically just saying the same thing I'm saying. Why not just send her packing? And now it's the woman that stayed that her own don't finish you. That lady, now her own finish as it is so. Because this same man, I don't know his age, he will at some point be released from jail and he will still marry another woman. And he will continue his life. And then there's a post that Joke Silva made. Joke Silva said men should stop buying women over alleged infidelity. So she said this man should be tried and put in jail. I agree, for life because it is a capital offense. The law should take its course because it's ridiculous. Men cheat all the time. Exactly. Do they get paid? No. Do they get bonds? What rubbish is that? Where is the proof that she cheated? And what about the man who she cheated with? What would happen to him? Is he supposed to go scot-free? Joke Silva added, it's so sad. Even if there's evidence of cheating, I'll post this on my community so you can read it for yourself. I'm not the one who's writing this. She continued, it's so bad. Even if there's evidence of cheating, why can't you just carry your bag and leave? Simple. Shikena. I mean, you send the first one away. Why not send this one away as well? Or send the woman back to her parents. If you investigate properly, you will probably find that the murderer has cheated a million times, yet is spying his partner in one instance. G. Simon, good morning, my buddy, or how should I call you? I'm sure you're a guy. Welcome. Joker Silva added, in quote, the women who are dead now are people's children and mothers too. Exactly. Exactly. So she said on the entertainment industry role in addressing the case, Joke Silva said, how much advocacy do you want the industry to do? One of the best forms of advocacy is enforcing sanctions for bad behavior. This isn't just bad behavior, it is criminal. Yes. What this one has done is a capital offense. And ó yẹ kó gbé orí ẹ̀ jábọ́ kúrò lọ́rùn ẹ̀ ni. Ó yẹ kó gbé orí ẹ̀ kúrò jábọ́ ní ọrùn ẹ̀ ni. It's a capital offense, and it's high time men who have been caught unaliving their partners, they should, oh, you are a Benin man, all right, okay. Men who have been caught doing this, unaliving their partners because of an alleged infidelity, should be facing the capital punishment. They should be facing the capital punishment. So no be me talk this, so Najoke Silva. That's somebody who has been in marriage for how many years as well? Yes, men do cheat. Men bring bastards to their marriage for their wives to look after. Have you seen or have you heard the woman say, Oga or Odogu, since you carry this baby come out now, you go do DNA test, so make we know say now you get her. I don't think I've heard any news like that. So when the table now turns, you go and do DNA for the woman. You go and do DNA for the woman. You found out that the child is not yours. Send her packing. You said that act is condemned. Absolutely. Like men are giving this man accolades for what he did to his wife. She gave him 5 sons, 5 boys. And the video I played earlier on, they were deciding where to take the children to. And the mother of this woman, Chioma's mother, that advised her to stay. I hope you now have money to go and bury your only daughter. Because now they are saying that even this man that did this act is an only child. He himself is an only child. So there's a post here saying that while being interviewed on camera, he said his wife returns home late in the night whenever she goes out, and he's been warning her. Then out of anger, so she's been going out. Okay, she goes out and be returning back home late at night. I'm sure she will have given you reasons to her coming home late at night. Then out of anger, he poured petrol on her and light her up. And this person said, this honorable said, when he watched the gory video, before the woman kicked the bucket, she was crying. And I saw that video as well. She was crying and lamenting that her mission in marriage brought her this calamity. May her soul rest in peace. You see why we are preaching, live for you to stay alive. And yes, we have a live stream tonight too. That woman that the husband turned to panel beating, that she cried. She was the one that used her hand to do the video. She posted it on Facebook. Now she has one who has turned to a newscaster saying that she's living happily with her husband. We are going to come and talk about that one later tonight at 7 o'clock. Make sure you turn on your post notification. WT says some women stay back because they don't have an income. It's high time housewives start doing something and stop depending on their husbands. That's one of the reasons. And so I'm always saying it here. If you want to get married and you don't have a job as a woman, you don't have a source of income, you no go school, so you no get any qualification, you no get any skills, you no sabi cook, you no sabi do tailoring, you no sabi do anything, and you want to go and get married, you are going to go, you are not ready yet because your sufferness is just about to be elevated. G. Simon said that she's been going out is not an excuse. What happened to peaceful? Exactly. Peaceful separation. Okay, you no go listen to me. I tell you, say make you know the entire house for night. You no go listen. Yeah, pack your bag, go your mama house. Simple. But he did not do that. Out of anger, he poured her petrol and touched her with a lighter. And I saw a video. She was saying in Igbo, it was my see what marriage has done to her. See what marriage has done to her. And like I said when I started this live stream, that this is the 3rd video or 3rd similar case I have seen in this month of January where women have been doused and been set alight. The one was a Yoruba woman. Tori Omonio. She was practically saying, Because of my children, no. Now because of my children, no. Now because of my children, no. And I think it's high time women stop saying that. Because when you're gone, these children are still there. But then you've left behind damaged children. Because for that to have escalated to the extent where your spouse would douse you in petrol, it will sometimes will have been, been piling up bit by bit, bit by bit, and then it escalated to the man. And I'm still asking again, how many men that have gone to Kiliwa that have multiple babies outside, how many of them have been stripped and walk in the street of Lagos or in the street of their cities? Amen. How many of them? So men that are saying men are polygamous in nature, women are also polygamous in nature. Just as you men will go out and you admire a woman, women too can go outside and see a man and admire men as well. If it's not working, let them go. Let them go. I saw the video of that woman. She was crying in pains and she eventually passed away. She eventually passed away. I'm looking at all the posts here, It's sad. And there's a post from a guy here. It says, on the issue of the man that was born to death by her husband, how many of you, as bad as this might have, how many of you, as bad as this might, I can't even read the English the man is writing. Let me try and read it because the English is not making sense. But let me try and read it. It said, how many of you, as bad as this might be, have considered the man's mental health? So this is a second marriage. In the first interview, he said the first man was giving him a headache. That one do was sharply pack her bags. If this same one was also giving her headache, why didn't he send her packing? Did he not consider his mental health before he set her alight? So, so he's saying that consider the man's mental health that made him take that action. Woman that gave you 5 children, 5 boys. If not for anything, why don't you consider the children she has given you? Saying, this woman, if I deal with you, but I no go deal with you, but I just that this your children, they why don't you consider those children? And yes, apologies. If you are a woman who talks back to her husband at the slightest thing, stop it to avoid this. If you're a woman that feels your husband is not enough, stop it. No man marries a woman to buy her. Is that even a talk? Is that even a talk? Is that even, this is poverty-stricken talk. Poverty-stricken talk. And like I said, I'm rounding up, guys. For those who are actually clapping for this man, I just wish there's a system whereby they, when they drop their stupid comments, police officer will go and check them out, arrest them, and come and say, "Oh yeah, Shebi, you are supporting this." And girls as well, women, your husbands are among those people that are clapping for this man. Go and check his social media handle, so that you know where you stand before it turns you to barbecue chicken. He posts all over internet. All over internet. And there's a protest here. Obviously, Anambra Women's Affair Day. Let's see what they are doing about the protest.
This is anger demonstration. Anambra women no agree. They want their fellow women. They no agree. The women representing 179 communities in Anambra State. Yes. They are the people here. Yes. So we are here because they came to my office with anger based on what happened in Anambra State, which is not the culture of India Anambra. The most annoying thing there is that, knowing fully well that the present governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Kuma Soludo, is out there to give voice to the voiceless, to protect women, to protect the vulnerable. And this man had the guts to give our fellow woman. She cried and said,
So you guys heard that that was a protest by the Anambra women with the women Minister of Women Affairs. It's super sad, and I think just like I think I read a comment earlier on that most women, why they don't want to leave is because they are they are dependent on their husbands for money for everything. Hence why I've always said on my channel that if you're open to get married and you don't have any source of income, you don't have a job, you don't have any skills, you can't make air, you can't cook, you can't fry yam, you don't have anything that you can use to make money in terms of skills, please do not get married. Do not get married. Okay? Do not get married. And all of you, and I'm going to say how here, if as a parent as well that you're watching me, you are a parent that has children who are married in their husband's house and they are telling you they want to leave, and you, their parents, you are telling them, during my own time I stayed though, nothing happened, just be saving money to bury that child. Church will ask you to stay, pastors will ask you to stay. You're staying because you don't want your friends to laugh at you. You're staying because you're thinking of what the community is going to say. At the end of the day, you're going to be dead. And the community will keep standing. The community will keep moving on. And if I eventually arrest the person who has done this, we all know justice system. I'm going to keep saying this in all of my videos. Justice system in Nigeria is not... I can't vouch for justice system in Nigeria because this man might be locked up for 5 years. After 5 years, if I release him. Or they might even decide to cut his prison time, saying that because they are children. At the end of the day, he did not consider that he had children and send the woman packing. It would have been better if his life wouldn't have taken this turn if he had actually let that woman go. And like I said, post I found online. We know this man. He could barely finish a sentence. He could barely finish a word. He could barely this. He could barely that. But his mind is dark. He's an introvert. Obviously, from what people have been saying, he could barely talk. He no fit shout, he no fit this, he no fit that. But his mind is evil. Look at those boys. 5 boys. She gave him 5 children. And look at what he did to her. And Chioma mama, I hope say, during my time, my husband and self, they beat me now. She been at me be this. I no die now. That was then. That was then. And that was you, not your daughter. Now that you've encouraged your daughter to stay there, and that now that she is now dead, I hope you can now go and joyfully, dancefully go bury her. And I'm looking at the video of those boys. They are crying. Crying. And they are debating here who's going to look after them. That is the beginning of the mystery. In a way, I think I am... Look at the youngest one there. In a way, I would say things might not be as difficult for them because they are boys. And I just pray wherever they end up that God just be with them. Because as it's been said, this man, their father, is an only child himself. So which means that he might really not have lots of extended families. And then they, at the end of the day, might probably just take them to the one's family. And I would rather they do that. So they are debating where to take these children to. And what I just want to leave with is this: learn to live. See, even if you don't have money, learn to live. It's better your loved ones have you back alive than you being returned back to them in a coffin. And also, if as a woman, your body tick like pomo, like leather, you are happy with the grass boost that the man is giving you, and you want to stay, obviously, like every woman will always say, oh, the children, I'm staying for the children. If you decide to stay, consider the mental health, consider the state of health, or in terms of mental, emotional, that you're going to be leaving those children, that those children are going to be, if you decide to stay and take all the grass boost and take all the humiliation. No, if you decide to stay, you're just being selfish, because those children you are staying for, they will see everything. And yes, you might think maybe those children do not see anything. They will see, but they will just, but then they are slowly being damaged. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. The effects these things leave on the children is much more, it's greater than you actually staying for those children. The effects of DV on children. Me sitting down here, I'm a child who grew up in such environment. So when I'm here talking about these things, it's because I know how it has impacted my own life. Hence why when I see stories like this, I will talk about it and I'll still know, putting my opinion out there. And even women, again, get something doing. If peradventure you're like, oh, I just want to get married, my mates are married, I just want to get married. Why you are married? If you have your spouse that is no, his head is, is level-headed, try and maybe learn a trade while you are married, because nothing stops you from learning a trade. Learn a trade. If not buying and selling you want to do, try and do buying and selling. Don't just sit down and be dependent on a man, because as time goes on, even a man who is solely giving, who is solely taking care of the family, as time goes on, he might get tired as well. Because at some point, when I think about my own experience as well, of a child brought up in such environment, I'm like, maybe in a way I understood why my own parents were like that. Okay, it was one parent that was working, the other one was not working. Maybe it got too much for him, hence he lashed out the way he did. Because yeah, I've considered that as well. It could possibly happen that, oh, the man is like, oh, he's tired, he's the one who's no provide, paying for school fees, paying for rent, paying for food, and the woman is just no. Yes, being a housewife is not easy as well, because you're looking after the children, you are washing clothes, you're cooking, you are doing all of these things. I understand being a full housewife is not easy as well, but while being a full housewife, there are some jobs you can actually do while you're at home. Hence why in your newly early married years, before you start popping out babies, maybe learn sewing, learn how to bake, learn how to make hair, learn how to do makeup. There are so many things you can learn that even at all you started having children, it will not impact your home, it will not impact you, taking after your children, looking after your children, and even being committed to your husband. So that's my word of advice for you. And as young women, also, I'm sure there's so many like young men dating. I'm sure there are lots of lessons for you to learn. Like I said, I actually made a video in regards to all of this, to the woman whose husband was said, out of 3 children, now one be home. I have that video. Go and watch it on my channel. And then, as to this particular one that I'm talking about, I also spoke about it as well. And I think there was another one of a woman also who was meant to allegedly a second wife, who I don't know what transpired. She unalived herself. Like, no, no. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I just had to come say, like, women, your husbands, your boyfriends are clapping for this man. Women, love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. I'm going to end this live stream here. And like I said, we have another live stream tonight. I'm not going to move it. Last night I was too tired, I was too tired, and even with the wind, now the wind has stopped, so the building is not moving. The building is not shaking today. So I am, I'm calm. So there's a live stream tonight, 7 p.m., 7 GMT time, and 8 o'clock Nigerian time. If you're available, feel free to join. I'm going to do it on live StreamYard so that people can, call in to hear their views. And if you've joined me from now till, from the beginning till now, and if not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe, share this video or live stream, turn on your post notification, join my membership as well. And with that being said, let me tell you, my membership is quite cheap. I don't know why people don't want to join. Eh? The cheapest of my membership is £2.99, because I'm going to start doing content, membership only content. So the cheapest is £2.99, and then the other one, the second one up, is £4.99 a month. It's just a little way of you supporting my channel. And the bigger one is £20 something a month. There are benefits of this. So yeah, that's pretty much all for now, and I will see you tonight later on. And if you're watching this video back, so please kindly like, it helps push this video out. There are many more people that needs to watch this video, so please like, and let it keep going. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. today. All right, bye.